there. This is the chapter review for Get Out of Your Head by Jeannie Allen, chapter number 11. Chapter 11 was titled Beautiful Interruption, and the subtitle is I Choose to Delight in God. Right off the bat, she talked about having Tex-Mex with her team and the experience that we have, and we've all had this experience when you're dining. If there's a party near you and they're arguing and there's, some, discord and it's, you can feel it heated, it can impact your experience. You might walk out and say, oh, that was not fun. I didn't have a good time. But if there's a party that's near you that is excited and they're celebrating, they're having a great time, that does have an impact on your experience, and your spirits are uplifted and you walk out saying, oh, that was a wonderful evening. And so it spoke to me about the influence that we have, and for us to be really intentional about the fact that we have the right to choose to be happy. And she went on to talk about her season of being a cynic and having cynicism, that it's rooted and grounded in fear and anger. And so I want to talk through and have you think about times when you've been a cynic, when you went to your default to believe the worst or to believe the negative before the positive. What was that rooted in? Was it rooted in fear? Was it rooted in anger about something in the past? Because typically it's fear of the future or anger about something that is unresolved from the past. She also spoke about how easily cynicism can become a way of living without you even knowing it. It's one of those subtle things that it becomes a pattern of belief, and then it becomes who you are. You become marked by it. Having delight in God and trusting in Him can begin the work of tearing down those walls of not believing and having distrust and being unsure of the experience of having joy. So when we delight in Him, that's our pathway to happiness. That's our pathway to joy. That's our pathway to trust. The other thing she talked about when you have a default to be a cynic is it causes you to look horizontally at people instead of looking vertically to Christ. And so it's so important that we choose to delight in Him. She then takes us through the thought spiral. And the thought spiral is starting with an emotion. So if we have an emotion that, let's say it starts with being hurt, that if we take that emotion and we filter it through delighting in Christ, that the end consequence would be that we're trustworthy and that we can trust. In the absence of delighting in Christ, that's when we take a spiral in our thought process, and the outcome is to be a cynic. And so it's so important that we filter our emotions through delighting in Christ. She also spent some time talking about the joy of seeing beauty. And so she gave an example of someone that is intentional about every day finding something to celebrate that's beautiful. And I want to challenge you to do that, whether it's through another person or just God's beautiful nature. What can you recognize? What can you acknowledge? What can you celebrate that's around you that you find beautiful? I enjoyed the ending of that chapter where she shared with us an experience that she had with her family where one of the kiddos got stuck in the bathroom. And so her son was going to come to the rescue, and he put on all his football gear and he was communicating with their dad. And he's like, Caroline, I'm coming for you. He was going to break through that door. And she shared how that's how the image that she gets with Christ coming for us. And no matter how we get trapped in certain situations, we can get trapped in our wrong thinking, trapped in a thought of cynicism, that if we delight in Him, just imagine Him saying, I'm coming for you. So I'm so thrilled that you're reading with me. I look forward to reading chapter 12 with you. At this time, go ahead and visit the website, www.rosesandthorns.org. I'm putting it up here for you. And when you get to the site, you'll see at the top, there's a header that says Roses and Thorns. Select that and the drop down will open and you'll find book club. Once you're there, all the resources are available for you. We'll have printables that are there for this chapter, along with additional notes for you to walk along this journey as you read this chapter. Please visit the website to type in your notes. So as you're watching this video, Once you conclude, go ahead and put in your comments what were your standout thoughts, what were your experiences when you read through chapter 11. I look forward to reading those and commenting along with you. Be sure to like the videos. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you can share content with your family members and friends. Have them join the conversation. I look forward to reading our next chapter together. Until then, enjoy reading.